Hi Scorpio, welcome to your monthly reading for the month of November. Excuse my lateness, I have been really under the weather with a flu. I'm feeling a lot better this morning, so I was like, okay, I'm going to record these videos and get these bad boys out to you guys, especially you Scorpios. It's your birthday season. Happy birthday to you wonderful Scorpios that do celebrate your birthday in the month of November. So let's start this month off with a new moon happening on the 11th. Or the 12th, depending on where you are, in your first house of self, happening at 19 degrees Scorpio, coupled here with the sun and Mercury. And the sun is all about your energy, your life force, and Mercury is all about your communication, your thinking. So a lot of you are thinking differently about yourself. You guys want to really hone in the energy of the new moon to make different changes in your life that you've probably wanted. A new you. Basically, it's a new you with the new moon in your sign. So setting intentions on how it is that you can change things about yourself in a more positive way as well. We have on the 12th, we have Mars, the planet of action and aggression, moving into your 12th, where Venus has already been stationed. So Mars is really, and the 12th house is all about your undoing. And Venus here is really adding a soft touch to it. Mars here is going to be adding that action to it. So a lot of things that you've probably been wanting to change about patterns, self-addictive behaviors, things that really hinder you. It's more of a private house. So you've been really being easy with yourself with that. Really trying to work with yourself. And Mars is just really going to give you that push to really help you navigate and help you move to change things that you need to change. So if you want to stop doing things like, okay, let's say you want to stop a bad addiction, this is a really good time with Mars in your 12th house to do that. Neptune goes direct in your 5th house, so you've been really thinking realistically, in a realistic Neptune is really about dreams and illusions, and it's been in your 5th house. It's going to be in your 5th house for some time. With it going direct, you're going to probably be putting these rose-colored glasses back on. But I would also like to put out whatever you saw while Neptune was retrograding, whatever way of you looking at your love life or your situations with children or your creative endeavors or how you express yourself creatively or just enjoying yourself. Neptune retrograding was really giving you a time to really realistically look at that. With it going direct, you are going to be back in dreamland, but always keep that in your mind with that direct, with the transit that Neptune just did with it going retrograde in that 5th house. So on the 20th, we have Mercury in your 2nd house. It's going to be coupled here with Saturn, which Saturn has been stationed there since last year, dipped back into your 1st, and now it's back into your 2nd. So a big focus on what matters to you, what values, what are important to you, and what are important to go after in terms of your ching-ching, your dough, your dinero, your resources, things you call yours. So you're going to be communicating a lot more in terms of what it is that you want. For security, for comfort around you, what makes you feel good. Saturn is restructuring that, really having you dig it out. What makes you feel comfortable? How can you tangibly make changes and that are going to last for the future? With this new moon here, there's really an intention to change things as well. New beginnings. And on the 22nd, the sun goes there. So your focus and your attention is going to be there as well in the 2nd house of your income, of your finances, of your material gains as well. So then we move on the 25th. You have a full moon in your 8th house of regeneration and intimacy and control. And this is going to be happening at 3 degrees Gemini. So this is an intellectual moon. Gemini is an intellectual sign that rules your 8th house. It's a mental sign as well. Full moon in your 8th house can also be any situations that you've been dealing with intimacy, any problems with control, any issues with control, any issues with your partner's money or joint finances that you have, any issues with debts and taxes, anything that you have to really work on. If you've been working on it, this full moon is going to show a culmination of that, some type of bearing fruit, really showing you how, okay, you know what, maybe this can also mean you getting some money from your partner or help coming in, in terms of your in terms of maybe banks or any type of loan or something that you've probably applied for. This can mean that you, around this full moon, it could mean that that can come through for you around this time. And then we're going to go down to the 26th, where we have Saturn in your second house of material income and values, having a conversation of tension with the planet Neptune in your fifth house of pleasure and your heart and your pastime. So what we have here with this kind of conversation is a conversation that is going to require change, because tension brings change. This is going to be the first in 3 conversations happening with Saturn and Neptune, and the other 2 will happen next month. Next year, which I'll talk about with you more in depth next year, and also with more videos I'm going to be putting out more talking about aspects, because I'm incorporating that a lot more instead of the tarot. I feel like this is going to be a lot more helpful as well. So what about your income and the things that you value is going to be causing tension with the things, either the way that you spend your pastime, the way that you indulge yourself, the way that your love life is. What has to change with that? There's something here with money and the things that you enjoy doing, not really having a good conversation here on the 26th. So it's really kind of like responsibility, reality versus fantasy and illusion, and it's up to you to really stay grounded around the end of the month. Really, I'm gonna really advise that, because things are gonna seem a little up in the air for the sign of Scorpio for this month. So really stay grounded towards the end of the month, but enjoy your birthday, have fun. You know, this is a really good time too for you to really I would say more hidden. It's kind of like a more private birthday I see for you Scorpios this month, than a really like, whoa, I'm out here, it's a new me. It's more like reflection on self, reflection on things and how they can change, and how to really stop getting in the way of yourself. So again, Scorpio, I hope you enjoyed this month, and I'll see you next month.